just picked up the camera. So, like a day ago, so the Nintendo Switch 2 just dropped. At the time we were recording this, like yesterday, I think. Yeah, yesterday. And I had no real intention of getting it. Well, kind of, but it felt like a really long shot that I didn't know if I was ready for. And so I kind of gave up on it, honestly. And it kind of bummed me out because I had plans to get it because I grew up a big Nintendo fan. And that's just what I grew up on. Like, when it felt like every kid around me grew up on, like, Xbox and PlayStation, I always felt like the oddball out because that's not what I grew up on. I grew up on the Wii and, like, a little bit of GameCube, but mainly the Wii. So, like, that's what I grew up on, and I felt kind of like an oddball out. Anyways, the point is I wanted the Switch, but I had no real intention to get it. And me and my friend had just gotten off work, and and during work, he's like, I'm gonna camp out for the Switch tonight. And I'm like, yeah, right, like, you're lying. Because if you are telling the truth, then I'll do it with you. I'll stay and camp out with you, basically. Mind you, I'm not prepared for this. Like, I didn't bring any chair. Usually people that wait out long, like they bring chairs and they bring other things. I didn't do that. I just told him straight up, I'm like, if you really do this, I'll do it with you, so that way, you know, you don't, because here's one thing, I wouldn't have done that by myself if I was alone. I don't think I would have wanted to camp out for that console had I been, like, alone. But for the sake of, like, him doing it, I'm like, you know what, if you do it, I'll do it with you, why not? So we're the first two there in line, and just that experience, that was my first time doing that. I essentially did it for the plot. I did it for the experience. That's really what I did it for, to be completely honest. It was the idea of camping. It sounded fun. Or camping out, just like staying, waiting for the stores to open so we could get to it. And yeah, so we were out there from 12 all the way till the store opened at 8. So people didn't start showing up until 4. And, like, it got to a point where, like, at 4 a.m., I won't forget this either, 4 a.m. exactly, I was about to quit. I told him, I'm like, dude, what do you think? 4 hits, and I genuinely am ready to quit. I'm like, just randomly, instinctively, like, just, I wasn't tired, though. That's the weirdest part. I wasn't tired. I was just, like, ready to quit for whatever reason. And, he's like, dude, you made it here this far. Why would you, you know? But, there's a dog running. Anyways, the point is we did all that, and this isn't really a story time on that moment per se, but it's more so why getting this Switch did so much for me mentally that I had no idea that it was going to. So prior to the last Nintendo console I owned, prior to this, was the Wii U. And I'm not sure the exact year it came out. I'm going to guess 2015. That's what I'm going to guess, 2015. And if I'm wrong, maybe I'll put it on the screen. I don't know. But the point is I haven't experienced what it was like to like have a Nintendo console since then. And because prior to that, I wasn't making my own money to be able to get my own system. So I was essentially at will of like my grandparents wanting to gift me something for my birthday, or parents or aunt, uncle, whatever, trying to gift me something. So now that I'm at the point where I'm making my own money, I didn't think to get the Switch when I started making money, the original Switch. And now just getting that Switch 2, it's not like I'm a stranger to Nintendo. That's the thing. Like, I'm a vet. Like, I know what it's like to own all these, I know, like, all these character lores and all. Like, I'm very, very, if anything, I'm more familiar with Nintendo than I am Xbox and PlayStation. But it's something about, like, me getting the Switch 2 brought it, I don't know how to explain it. Me bringing that console back home, the first thing that going on in my mind was like, the last time I had a Nintendo console, where was I in life? What did life feel like for me at that point in time? So say I got the Wii U, came out in 2015. So where was I mentally in 2015? And it brought me back to how good I felt as a kid in 2015. But it made me realize, hey, now I'm the one in control on if I get this game or not, on if I get the DLC for this game or not, if I get this console or not, if I get these accessories or not. And it's like that kid version of me got revived. And like, it took me back to where I was, my happiness levels and my just like my ability to enjoy life. It brought me, like, it sounds corny, but I swear it made me think of that. And this came from just wanting to experience, like, doing it for the fun. I did it for the fun, like the idea of camping out for a console that I didn't think I was gonna get. And here's another thing too. That camping out sounds so crazy in theory, but just like anything else, literally just like anything else in life, it's crazy until you just do it. You overanalyze the things you want to do way too much, and when you're actually doing it, doesn't seem so crazy. Like I said, the news anchor people came and they were asking me like, hey, how long have you guys been here, blah blah blah, and I said 12. And it's like, whoa, like, to anybody hearing that, or even the person like interviewing me, it sounds insane. But when you're the one actually doing it, you don't look at it so crazy. It's normalized to you because you're literally living that. You're doing it. So to put it in perspective, anything that you want to do in life, period, it sounds so crazy when you talk about it and when you try explaining it to other people. But when you're just going for that and doing that, you have this like tunnel vision. But anyways, I'm almost home and I'm just excited. I'm excited to hop back on the Switch. I got a lot of catching up to do from like, I feel like I'm picking back up from like my 2015 Nintendo kid self. You know, I had my hair really long and I cut it really short, and now it's growing back, and now I got the how could you tell I play Smash cut. My hair is an indicator of this new era of my life, getting back to enjoying video games again. And yeah, thank you for sharing this experience with me.